Microsoft Workspace. If I select the pen with the squiggly line down in the bottom right corner by your clock, and I select that, you'll see there's an option for a whiteboard. So when you click on the whiteboard, you'll have a variety of different tools to use inside your whiteboard. So over on the left-hand side of your toolbar, you will have a variety of different pens. When I select the pen once, it's going to engage that pen. So anytime I use that pen, whatever is highlighted, that's the pen that's going to be used. I also have some additional features within inside each pen, so I can change the color of the pen and I can change the thickness of the pen. Same for my red pen. When I select my red pen, it's going to show me some different colors that I can choose from, as well as a thickness. So I can come in here and I can customize each of my pens that I would like to use. One thing to note, you'll notice here, there's kind of a thin line to a thick line. So that is when I'm using my pen, as I press harder, the line will be thicker. So you'll see here as I'm using my pen, it's kind of thin, but as I push down harder, it's turning a little thicker. So if I come in here and I choose a little bit thicker line, I can gently push it down, and then as I push it down harder, it becomes a little thicker. So all of these different pens, I can come in and I can customize and change the color as well as the thickness. Next, we have a highlighter inside here so that I can highlight different items, and I can also come in here and change the color as well as the thickness for my highlighter. I have an eraser that I can use, and with the eraser, as I move it slowly, it's going to stay kind of a smaller size, but as I increase the speed, you'll notice that it does become larger. So if I have a lot to erase and I start moving quickly, that eraser becomes a little bit larger. To the right of that, I have a ruler, very similar to the snap ruler that I had before, whereas I can move this ruler around. I can use my pens to create straight edges using my ruler. Next to that, it looks like a little rope. It's called a lasso select. What this allows me to do is it allows me to select items. So when I select this and I put my lasso around a particular item, it's going to select that particular item. Now, another thing you can do is using your finger. If I touch an item, it's going to do something very similar to that. So when I do put my lasso around an object or ink, or I touch it with my finger, it gives me some different options here. For this one, it says ink beautification, so it kind of adjusts the ink a little bit, or if I have an image in there, it'll turn it into ink. I can come in here and I can change the ink color. So I can come in there and choose, maybe I want those lines to be red. I can come in and I can copy and I can delete, as well as some additional options that I have with inside here, which is cut or alternate text. To the right of the lasso, I have insert text, so I can add a text box. So I can type text here. And with my finger, I can move that text around by selecting it and dragging it around. And once again, when I select it, I have some additional features for text as well. The next item here, I have add a note. So if I click on that, it's going to give me a little note right there that I can type text in there to create a note. Once again, I can move this note around just like my text box. It allows me to move it around. And once again, it gives me some additional features there, just like it did with my text box. I can insert a picture. So if I come in here, I can choose from my library. I can go and search images, or I can choose from my camera. So let's say I want to go and search for an image. Right in that location, I can actually write what I'm looking for and then choose what I would like to search for. Once I find the item that I want to use, I can select it and then click the plus sign. And now that picture is going to show up inside my whiteboard. If I click on it once, it's going to allow me to move it around, as well as to do some additional features. One feature inside here that's a little different is locking it in place, where I can lock it to the background so that I can't accidentally move that. My next item here, I have Insert Menu. So when I click on that, I have a variety of different things inside here that I can insert into my whiteboard, PDF, a Word document, lists. I have my undo and my redo button. So if I make a mistake, I can always undo or I can redo that. In the top right, this is where it shows that I've signed in to my Windows account. And to the right of that, I have an additional menu here. So active pen is turned on, ink to shape. That would be if I draw a shape with my pen, it will kind of snap it into an actual shape. I have ink to table, and I'll show you what that looks like when I make a table. And object snapping. So when I move an object around, it kind of snaps it in kind of the location that I want it to go into so that it lines up correctly. So let's go ahead and show you if I draw a square. Let me go to a pen, draw a square. It will kind of snap it into the shape that it thinks I'm trying to draw. Okay, let's choose this one and let's make the line a little bit smaller. I can move my page with my finger, so give me some bigger work area. I can come in here and I can draw a shape. And then I'm going to draw a shape like this. And you'll notice here that is where that table draw is showing up. Once I've done this, up here, this is going to show me how many columns. So if I wanted to add another column, I can do it that way. If I wanted to add an extra row, I can do it this way. So that is the drawing the table. And I can move my page around. And let's go back to this image here. As I move it around, you'll see that blue line kind of wanting to snap it into a spot based on other things that are on my page to kind of line things up. So that's kind of the snap the image into place. So as you can see, you have a variety of different tools inside the whiteboard that's built into your L13. I hope that helps.